expressed her vow. She made a vow before the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and she waited for and she made good her vow. She made good her promise. She fulfilled the vow she made within herself. Balm of appreciation. Looking at our text this morning, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 7. A woman came to him having an alabaster oil of very costly, fragrant oil. A woman came to Jesus, having an alabaster flask of very costly, fragrance oil. The theologians told us that the cost of that oil was equivalent to 12 months of hard labor, 12 months of salary. And she poured it on his head as he sat at the table. Balm of appreciation. This woman made a decision. This woman made a vow, and she decided to fulfill her vow in the presence of God's people. And she came with alabaster flasks, very costly, fragrant oil. She did not measure it. She did not cork it open. The Bible records that she broke it. In other words, she made up her mind, I'm going to fulfill this vow. There is no going back. He has given me grace without measure. I'm going to reciprocate without measure. How do we show forth appreciation unto our God? A songwriter wrote and said, count your blessings and name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. I think that was exactly what this woman did here. That her action generated turmoil. Some people started grumbling and complaining. Not just some people, the disciples. Why this waste? Because of the preciousness of the oil, because of the expensiveness of the oil, because of the value of the oil, it generated turmoil. What have you done unto the Lord that caught the attention of other worshippers? I'm not talking about unbelievers. There's no place there for unbelievers. But among the redeemed, among the saved, among the sanctified, among the disciples, among the ministers, what have you done that generates turmoil? Like what she did here. And Jesus weighed into the matter and said, no, you don't have to scold her. She has done this for me. This is the balm of appreciation. She has done this for me to change the atmosphere. She has done this for me. And anywhere and everywhere the gospel is preached, her appreciation, her action will be remembered in memory of her. What have you done? In some denominations, people are made to buy benches, to buy chairs, to put something in the house of God. In other words, to immortalize their name. to make sure that they leave legacy. Some people help in the building of the sanctuary. And no wonder the psalmist says he will not give God what will not cost him something. Many of us are very good at giving God something. Something that's worth nothing. Something that is not costing us anything. Our salvation, our faith, our walk with God, our dealing with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords must not cost us anything. We must not give anything. It must not take anything out of us. And when it appears as if we are doing something, we begin to count the cost and say, no, we are going too far. What are you doing? It's good to remind ourselves that the God we are talking about is the Almighty God. He lacks nothing. So whatever you have is given to you by him. Whatever you are not going to have is in his hands. The things you are craving for is in his hands. So he's not a beggar. He's not a pauper. He owns the heavens and the earth. He used the earth as his footstool. So he's not going about looking for what to eat. So here we see the image of a woman that came with the heart of gratitude, the heart of appreciation, and she break the alabaster oil. What do you have in your hand that you need to break? What do you have in your possession that you have been measuring and measuring and measuring? I heard of a school teacher that before he would go to school in the morning, he will use ruler to measure the yam and cut it for his wife to cook. And when he comes back from work, he will measure it to make sure that there is still... No. The God we serve is not that kind of God. Praise the Lord, somebody. Vow, we make vow unto God. And we make vow unto man. And when we say man, we make vow in our relationship, the marital vow, which to many, even within that, the same day that that vow is taken, the same day is also broken. Before even the honeymoon, the same day. They took the vow before the altar. By the time the service is over and they go over to the reception,